Changes in your bowel habits might be the first sign of bowel cancer, the second deadliest cancer worldwide. Today, I'm revealing 7 bowel cancer warning signs you should never ignore. Make sure you watch the full video, as I'll also give you the important steps to protect yourself from this dangerous disease. But first, what exactly is bowel cancer? Bowel, also called the colon or large intestine, is a long tube that processes the food you eat and gets rid of waste. Bowel cancer happens when cells in this tube start acting weird and form a lump called a tumor. This tumor can cause problems like bleeding and changes in bathroom habits. And the tricky thing about bowel cancer is that sometimes you don't even notice anything is wrong until it's already quite serious. That's why staying aware of potential signs and getting checked regularly is super important. 1. Changes in bowel habits. Your bathroom habits say a lot about what's going on inside your body. Everyone's a little different. Some people go multiple times a day, others a few times a week. But what matters most is knowing what's normal for you. Bowel cancer can be a troublemaker, messing with your usual bathroom habits. Like if you're suddenly dealing with diarrhea that won't go away for more than a few days, or you've switched to being constipated when that's not your usual, it's definitely worth letting your doctor. And sometimes the shape of your stool can change too, becoming thinner and more ribbon-like. But these changes might be temporary and totally harmless. Like, maybe you ate something that didn't agree with you, or you've got a touch of a stomach bug. But the thing about bowel cancer is that it can mess with your regular patterns too. So, if you're experiencing unexplained and lasting changes, whether it's going more, going less, or things just feeling different down there, don't ignore it. 2. Blood in the stool. Finding blood when you go to the bathroom is a major red flag, and something you should never, ever ignore. We're not talking about a tiny streak that might happen with a paper cut or straining. We're talking about noticeable amounts of blood, whether it's mixed with your stool, on the toilet paper, or in the bowl itself. And knowing from where it's coming is everything. And here, the color of the blood tells you all. For example, bright red blood usually means the bleeding is from somewhere lower down in your bowel, like your rectum or lower colon. And darker blood, maybe even looking a bit like tar, can indicate bleeding higher up in your digestive system. Now, here's the fact. There are lots of other things besides bowel cancer that can cause blood in your stool. Like, sometimes even eating something like beets can temporarily turn your stool reddish. But bowel cancer, particularly in its early stages, can cause bleeding that you wouldn't otherwise notice. It could be a slow, tiny amount that mixes with your stool. That's why it's crucial to make an appointment with your doctor right away if you see any unexpected blood. They'll investigate the cause and hopefully put your mind at ease. 3. Abdominal pain and bloating. Stomach pains and bloating can be annoying, and sometimes they go away on their own. But if you're experiencing cramps or a bloated feeling that won't quit, and you don't know why, it's worth paying attention to. These uncomfortable symptoms can sometimes be a sign of bowel cancer. You can think of it like if a tumor starts growing inside your bowel, it can take up space and mess with how things normally work. This might cause cramps or pain in your tummy that come and go, or a bloated feeling that sticks around even when you haven't eaten a lot. And of course, there are tons of other things that can cause tummy troubles. Maybe you ate something that didn't agree with you, or you're feeling stressed. But if these pains or bloating don't seem to go away, and there's no obvious reason, it's always best to mention it to your doctor. They can help you figure out the cause and get you feeling better, and if needed, rule out anything serious like bowel cancer. 4. Fatigue and tiredness. If you find yourself feeling constantly drained, even after a good night's sleep, don't just chalk it up to getting older or a busy life. Unexplained tiredness could be a sign of hidden anemia, which means your body doesn't have enough healthy red blood cells. This lack of red blood cells can sometimes be caused by slow, hidden bleeding inside your bowel. which can be a symptom of bowel cancer. So, if you're feeling worn down for no reason, it might be the clear sign of bowel cancer. 5. Weight loss. Losing weight when you're actively trying is great, but if the numbers on the scale are dropping and you haven't changed a thing about your diet or exercise routine, it could be a sign of bowel cancer. This is because tumors can mess with your body's usual processes, making it use up more energy or affecting how well you absorb nutrients. So, if you're shedding pounds without trying, it's always worth a chat with your doctor to investigate the cause. 6. Feeling of incomplete evacuation. Going to the bathroom and still feeling like you're not completely empty afterward can be a frustrating and worrisome experience. This persistent feeling of incomplete emptying might signal a problem within your bowel, and it's important to take it seriously, because bowel cancer can sometimes cause this sensation due to a blockage or changes in how your bowel functions. 7. Rectal or stomach pain. Pain in your rectum, the very end of your bowel, or in your lower tummy area shouldn't be ignored. While occasional discomfort can be caused by things like gas or constipation, but persistent or worsening pain could signal a problem within your bowel. Bowel cancer, especially if a tumor is located in the lower parts of the bowel, can sometimes lead to this type of direct pain. So, if you're experiencing pain in these areas that doesn't seem to go away or gets worse, schedule a checkup with your doctor. All right, these were some common signs of bowel cancer. Now let's talk about what are the factors behind bowel cancer. Age. As we get older, our risk of bowel cancer naturally increases. That's why regular screenings become particularly important after you turn 50. These screenings can help detect potential problems early when they're easiest to treat. Next up, inflammatory bowel disease. People with chronic inflammatory conditions like Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis have a higher risk of developing bowel cancer. So, if you've inflammatory bowel disease, do regular checkups. Your doctor can keep a close eye on your bowel health and catch any problems early. The third thing is family. If you have close relatives like parents, siblings, or children who have been diagnosed with bowel cancer, your risk is slightly higher. So, talking to your doctor about your family history can help determine if you need earlier or more frequent screenings. Next up, lifestyle choices. The way you live your life plays a huge role in your risk of bowel cancer. Eating lots of unhealthy foods like processed meat, not getting enough fiber, being overweight, and not exercising are all things that can increase your chances of getting it. Now let's talk about how to protect yourself from bowel cancer. Eat for your bowels. Go for lots of fruits, veggies, and whole grains. They're packed with something called fiber, which keeps things moving smoothly inside your digestive system. This helps prevent constipation and gives waste less time to hang around and potentially cause problems in your bowel. And make sure to limit those processed meats like hot dogs and bacon, as well as too much fatty food. These types of foods can put a strain on your digestive system over time and are linked to an increased risk of bowel cancer. Next, get moving. Regular exercise does wonders for your whole body, including your bowel. So, aim for at least 30 minutes of something you enjoy every day, like walking, swimming, or even dancing. Next up, ditch the smoking. It's no secret smoking is super bad for you, and that includes your bowel, because the chemicals in cigarettes damage the cells lining your digestive system, making them more likely to turn into cancer. That's why smoking significantly increases your risk of bowel cancer, along with many other serious health problems. So, if you smoke, quitting is one of the most powerful choices you can make for your overall health, and especially for protecting your bowel. It might be tough, but there are lots of resources to help you break free. Your doctor is a great place to start. The next prevention is limit alcohol. Drinking too much alcohol can put you at higher risk of bowel cancer, because alcohol has to be processed by your body, and that process creates harmful chemicals that can damage your cells, including the ones in your bowel. Over time, this damage can make those cells more likely to become cancerous. So, the best way to protect yourself is to keep alcohol consumption moderate. And the safest option? Don't drink at all. All in all, early detection of bowel cancer is key. Watch for changes in your body, and don't be afraid or embarrassed to speak up. Healthy habits like eating fiber, exercising, and getting screened can also make a huge difference in lowering your risk of bowel cancer. And please share this video with someone you care about to spread the word about bowel cancer. If you want to watch more health awareness videos, check out these too. Remember to subscribe and see you soon.